you don't work for longer, that is not going to be sustainable.
I really resonate with you. I'm the same kind of person who is always didn't want to come in front of the camera.
I hate it. And you just need to put a face. And sometimes I look the videos and I look like I'm laughing and it looks, so it's not about the money. It's never about the money.
Hey, Felisa, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Venkat. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you. So could you please tell us about you and the background of MovehAbility, just for the audience?
My name is Felisa and I'm an online fitness and nutrition consultant. I work mainly with busy executives over 40 who want to get leaner, move pain-free, and also feel more energized, even while they're traveling, doing long hours, and also managing stress. My background is in sports science, but my real education came from experience. I've worked across different countries, and I saw how people started being burned out, had pain, and also they were lacking a structure. And even that affected the most successful people. Like there's a lot of information out there. It can be very confusing. And they might think that they need to do more. And when that is not exactly what they need to do, according to the lifestyle, they need to do something that actually fits the lifestyle and makes them feel consistent, makes them do it consistently, and it adapts to them. So it's easy for them to do it and implement it while they are traveling or while they are in between meetings or eating out with clients, and they know exactly what to do. So clarity is something that helps them to know exactly what to do, how to do it, and when to do it. And that's very helpful for them. Sports and movement has always been my passion. So I started doing ballet when I was 2 years old. And then at the age of 12, I started going to the gym. At the end of 14, I knew exactly what I wanted to do, that I wanted to do sports science and I wanted to coach people to move. So I did that. I studied in Madrid, sports science, and then continued my studies with two postgraduate degrees of physical activity and health. And I specialize in health. So since I was 20, I knew that moving was the only thing that keep us not just alive, but in a good condition. And it allowed us to live longer with a better quality of life. So I was working at the same time, and I want to complete my studies, just went straight away to work completely. And I ended up burnt out. I felt like I was getting to a top. I have a lot of knowledge, but I felt like I couldn't take advantage of all of it, and I needed more experience. But there was something here that I didn't like, the way fitness works in Spain. So I made my suitcase and I went to Brighton for a 9-week English course, and I decided to start from scratch there. So I started working on the trains to just get by, the trains from Brighton to London, Victoria, with the trolley. Good morning.
Yeah.
Any confetti? And then I started understanding better English. My English was very broken when I got there. So I went to a gym and they asked me, I said, I have all the qualifications. I want to start training. And they said, learn English and then come back. So I keep working on the trains. I started understanding the background, talking with people. And then when I felt like I was ready, I had £300 on my bank account and I became self-employed and worked in Brighton as a personal trainer. And I had to pay £1,000 rent at the end of the month. So after that, I eventually made it to one of the top clubs in Canary Wharf, London. And I worked there for 7 years, working with high achievers, people who were very brilliant in the business. They were the top leaders of their industry, especially banking. But they were struggling with their health. And also, I was doing personal training and I got very frustrated because my clients had to travel a lot. So they were missing sessions continuously. So it was like progressing, then stop, then going back, then progressing, then stop. So it was not linear. And also, they had to go to dinners with clients. It was very inconsistent. It was very difficult for them to follow a nutrition guidance or anything. And also, personal training is a very limited service for this type of executives that it's not the right service for them unless they are working permanently in a place and they have the chance to go to the sessions, even though their schedule completely changes suddenly and they have to cancel sessions or working late. So that was not sustainable. So at the same time, I thought I needed to do something with this. And I wanted maybe to go back to Spain. So I started thinking about moving online. My clients were moving back to their countries. So I started coaching them online. And then 2019, I started preparing, working with MovehAbility in 2016. And in 2019, I thought it was ready. I decided to go back home and I moved back to Spain. 6 months later, COVID hit. So I was already training my clients online. I have the app ready with all the movements, exercises, everything, the website, everything ready. So that's basically what has been the transition. And since then, I started thinking about optimizing my services. So it was not just personal training, but giving a full comprehensive service that included nutrition, coaching, and fitness. That's how MovehAbility came along and is basically created by building habits of movement and nutrition. So I help my clients to build the habits that are later going to be automatic and they don't need to think about. So simplifying things for them.
Yeah, got it.
Is that answering your question or is that too much
Yeah,
information?
it is too good, too good. Yeah,
Okay.
so working as a part-time and completely building your own brand, it is such an inspirational story. So, and now, I just want to know a little bit about the clients you've been working with. Why did you select only the CEOs and the business people?
Why?
Yeah.
Because while I've been working for 15 years, more or less, with these business, high-level executives and CEOs and business people. And I just found that is what they needed something else. And there is not much in the market about it. Well, there is, but I thought that we'll have the expertise there. And also I help with people that suffer from pain, especially lower back, knees and shoulders. And the lifestyle of an executive is basically sitting all day for many long hours. Like this morning I talked with a client. She says she went to a meeting in the States and they had to be online. And she was working from 7 in the morning till 2 o'clock in front of a computer for her job. And then assisting a meeting online that went from 2 o'clock to the 8 p.m. with no resting. And she said that killed me. So she couldn't move the whole day. And this is like, then 2 days later, like maybe she feels like lower back pain or a pain in the shoulder or pain in the knee because sitting all day just can cause you pain. So I've been working with all type of clients. I work with kids, I work with pregnant ladies, I work with postnatal, I work with elderly, I work with people with disabilities. But the most thing I've done is people with pain and this kind of executives. So that's all my expertise is. That makes sense.
Yeah, I got it. So you're just telling or you're just offering your clients a kind of service which is not only for the a certain amount of time, which is kind of we often tend to see 30 days transformation, 90 days transformation. So you are not just offering that kind of services, but you are trying to implement the fitness to their lifestyle. So converting the fitness into their lifestyles.
Yeah. To be honest, these 3 months transformation programs, I think in 3 months, you can change maybe the way you think about fitness. You can start doing something. But in 3 months, if you do a strict diet, you can have a transformation. But if you don't, like, if you do something that you have to do a huge effort to do and it's not sustainable, when you stop doing that effort and you go back to your routine, you're going to start overeating all the things that you have been restricted. Your body is bouncing back to the way that you had before if you haven't created habits and work on the consistency of keeping it long term. So I'm not a big believer of a 3 months transformation. I believe that in 3 months you can transform and be like a little bit a different version of you. But if you don't work for longer, that is not going to be sustainable long term. Does it make sense? Like, for example, I do believe that if we all gain weight over time if we don't do something about it. Something very simple as eating 300 calories every day after 3 years, that could be 15 kilos. Just eating 300 calories every day extra that we should, if we don't do anything else. So you are asking the body that has taken like 3 years to get 15 kilos to lose the 15 kilos in 3 months. And it's possible. But if you don't change what you're doing in between, it's gonna bounce back. Maybe that's not the best example, but what I think is it needs at least 1/3 of the time to get back. I'm not saying that you have to lose 15 kilos in 1 year, because I have clients who have lost 10 kilos in 3-4 months without doing diet, just learning how to eat better and how like eat in a way and move in a way that it can fit into their life and make it long term. But doing something like for them to keep it, they have to keep working for longer than that. And I'm not saying that they have to keep working with me, yeah, but they have to keep putting the work into it to maintain it. Otherwise, it's going to go back.
Yeah, got it. So may I know what kind of workouts you typically offer to your clients? So is it going to be the completely home-based training, or you provide the nutrition and suggest them to go to the gym or do any kind of other activity?
It depends. Like they can do workouts at home. They can do workouts in the gym. They can do workouts when they travel. They can do workouts like I did a workout for the plane for one of my clients. So he actually worked out while he was flying to Hong Kong, from London to Hong Kong, on the way and on the way back. He actually said that on the way back, he had a little bit more space, so he could do the whole thing. And it depends. To work out, I mean, some days you might be able to go to the gym and do a full workout. Some days you might not, but that doesn't mean that you cannot work out. So I give them the options and I adapt it to the time that they have available, so they know exactly what to do and adjust it to the time that they have available and where they are. So with the minimum equipment, they will be able to do a workout. We'll adjust the workout to what they have. That's the part of coaching them. It's not I give them the tools. I give them the tools to actually learn to do themselves and adjust. The part that is like the biggest difference of my program is that flexibility. It's like have a clear plan and a clear structure, and also have that flexibility that it doesn't have to be rigid or all or nothing. It has to be like, okay, let's do today. Today I can do a 50%. What is the 50% look like? Let's go through it. And we do one-to-one coaching every week, but also they have availability to me continuously. So they can text me, today I can't do this. What can I do instead? And I text them back as soon as I can, or even on the fly. And I send them all the support that they need. So this is basically like coaching them to become and think the way I think, so they know how to manage it and adapt it in a more relaxed way. It's like they know exactly what to do when they get up in the morning. They know exactly what they're going to do when they get to the office on a Monday morning, but maybe they don't know what to eat on a Monday morning for breakfast. So I just give them that clarity. I tell them what to do and how to think, how to organize. So they know exactly what they need to look for in the food. Not just tell them, eat this, this, or this, but you need to eat this because of this, this, and this. And then give them a formula so they can find it easily. And they understand easily how to get that information and how to process that and make the best choices for them.
Yeah, so if you could share one success stories of your client, so who came with nothing in their mind about fitness and they wanted to transform their entire physical health and the way they look. So if you have any kind of such a specific story, if you could share it.
I have many successful histories through my career. It depends, because success can be different from each person, depending where they are. I had clients that, like, for example, I have a client who never thought that she would be able to train and think about training, have this thing that have that thought in her head that I want to move in her. It's like, I feel like moving. She never experienced that before. When she told me, you know what, now my body is asking me to move. That's it for me is a success. But as she has been losing weight every week, today, for example, she told me, oh, this week I haven't lost anything. And I was like, well, your weight is not linear. Your weight loss, when you're getting close to your target, is going to slow down. And that is a good thing. If you keep losing weight, when you get to your target, it's going to be very difficult to maintain it. But when you're closer to your target, we are like 4 or 5 kilos to the target, the slower you lose the weight, the easier it will be to keep it later because you are adjusting your metabolism and your metabolic set point to that weight. And that is where like your recalibration is going to be settled. And so that's a good sign for me. It has to keep it for a couple of weeks, maybe for a week or two. Probably she won't keep it for more than 2 weeks, maybe 1 week. But slowing down on the weight loss at the end, for me, is very important because that way you just adjust everything and your body is adjusting to that weight to keep it because you cannot keep losing weight forever, right? Did it answer that question?
Yeah, partly, but it is okay. Kind of. Yeah.
What else, like more transformations?
Yeah, it is simple. Like if you have any, you can just share one transformation story of a person like who lost these many kilos in these many months with just kind of diet they followed and kind of workouts they did, and they transformed from this to this. So
Well,
this
this
kind of
lady,
story
for
would be.
example, she's lost about 14 kilos. We started in June. And she's lost about 14 kilos. She struggled to train. She's never been very athletic. Now she's working out at home. She's working out in between meetings. She's doing, instead of doing a full workout for how we split it into movements, and we do the movements, and then I ask her, keep doing those supersets during the day. So she completes 10 supersets split it during the day of 3 movements. And that works for her because that way it's like she gets herself, she breaks the movement of sitting down and then moves, but also is having that thinking of I'm gonna move. And it's a way to handle the stress also. Another gentleman that he's lost another about 15 kilos too. We started around the same time and we basically he trains 3 times a week strength, and then he does another 2 cardio sessions where he does like 30 minutes on the bike or 30 minutes rowing. And then he just doing like one at the weekends. He does one day that he does a cheat day. During the week, we organize I just coach him how they need to eat, what they need to look for in the plate. So it's not that I do a specific diet. It's that I use all the strategies that are in my hands and I choose the ones that will work with him and implement it and teach him to implement it. Just so, for example, he was going to a breakfast with a client and he would send me the menu the day before. So I will help him with the choices, and then he learns like that to know what to order when he goes to a restaurant that is the best choices for him. And also I know what he likes and what he doesn't like, and it's not like I do it something that you don't like. It's like he already has told me everything that he likes and he's happy to, and what are his non-negotiables, the things that he likes the most, the things like he will eat it but not too much. So I will give him the recommendation. So it's obviously something that he will enjoy and like. Did that answer your question now?
Yeah. I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds amazing. Yeah. So we generally talk a lot about business and the operations in the business, how the founders and the business owners are handling their businesses, especially. So our podcast is all about mainly centered to the business. So I would like to touch a little bit about the business and the operations you've been doing for your business. So in that aspect, my question for you is like, so if you could share one challenge you're facing running this business, what is it?
Me, one challenge running the business is that I have to run everything myself. I'm a solopreneur. I know I have like 7 years at uni. Yeah, so knowledge plus all the courses I've done in my life. I have the knowledge I have the experience. And I think working online, when you go to a gym and you work in a gym, is very easy because people see you work and they just want to work with you. At least that happened to me while I was working in Canary Wharf in Space. But when you translate everything online, people need to trust you. People need to know you. And how can you transfer that trust into someone who doesn't know you? And so that is difficult. And I have been reading a lot of audiobooks, doing like courses. I hired a business mentor, expertise in business for a long time. I have been investing in knowledge, but not knowledge about fitness because that is already done. It's like knowledge about how to put myself there, I just was reading, like, I've been reading 3 books about talking in public. And I've been experiencing, like, trying to implement all the things that I learned about marketing, about, uh, so, for example, about how to update my website or how to, it's like everything, like how to do things with, I do like all the marketing, all the design, I do everything. It's not like I just need to learn to talk in front of a camera. And people think like social media, yeah, but I have to put myself in front of a camera and talk. And for me, that's, people think that maybe you love it, but actually it's the hardest thing I've ever done and I hate it. And you just need to put a face. And sometimes I look the videos and I look like I'm laughing, and people may look like I feel so proud of myself, but actually I feel so proud of myself because I put myself there and I've done it. And in the video you can see like I'm a little bit smiling, like I feel so proud, but it's because I feel so proud. I hate this and I'm doing it. So I just hope I become better over time because it's very difficult to communicate what you know and what you do and how you help people in social media. When I see people that have no clue about training, but they are just have a lot of charisma, they know how to talk to the camera, and they have learned these things, and they just look like they know a lot. But to be honest, the people who really know, you won't see them in front of a camera because they hate it. They hate it.
Yeah, true. I really resonate with you. I'm the same kind of person who is always didn't want to come in front of the camera, but we had to anyway.
Yeah, it's very difficult to talk. But if you are an online fitness and nutritional coach and people don't see you in front of a camera, they don't know you. So you have to, and there is no other way. So, and I think that's been my biggest challenge. Is like I have to become a little bit of expert in other areas. It's like marketing, like talking in public, like recording, editing videos, like all this, even IT, IT. When you ask me about ChatGPT or IE, and I think IE it helps me a lot with all these extra things, like because for me, like I have to create a DNS for go to my hosting and create a DNS, and I had no clue what was that. And I contacted the hosting chat and I asked them, and they sent me, I sent you an email tomorrow with the answer. And I thought, tomorrow? Like, I need to sort this out now. So I asked ChatGPT, please, can you help me? I had no clue. I need to do this. Please answer me like if I were 5 years old and I have no clue about it. So I copy paste the screenshot, copy paste. I'm here. What do I need to do next? It took me about 2 hours, but I created it and now I know how to do it. So that's been a challenge to learn to do all these things. But I'm proud of it because I think if I need to hire someone one day, I will know what to ask them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
More.
If you could share about any system you have for the lead generation or the marketing, so what channels you mainly use for the marketing and the lead generation?
LinkedIn.
Wow.
I wish I had found out earlier. I think it's a great platform and it's giving so much opportunity, so much. It's so easy to grow there. It's so easy to connect with people and engage with people. I've been invited to podcasts. I've been invited to networking groups. I'm in a networking group. I've been invited to like join groups on WhatsApp. that I join them and then I can follow the conversation because they have like thousands of messages about IE and things that I have no clue, but it's like difficult to follow the messages and engage. I've been invited and I joined them. I'm happy to join. I think one day I will actually be able to connect. And I think LinkedIn has been a platform that has been a discovery for me.
Yeah. So I ask this question to every guest on my show. So if you can fix one thing, if you have a kind of magic wand or something, if you can fix one thing right away, what it could be in your business?
One thing, like what I could ask people like to change like this, make people do, for
No,
example?
it is something related to your business. So you have one problem, and if you could fix it, you just want to fix it some way. The one problem you want to fix it right away in your business.
I don't think about anything because I think
It
every
can be
problem.
it can be anything, something related to the marketing or the lead generation system, or kind of you often have the sales calls with the clients, right? So if it is something
Mm.
related to the sales or discovery, if you want to find out more about the clients, etc., etc., it can be very small or even.
I think that's the hardest part because at
Mm,
the end of the day, you have to sell yourself,
yeah.
and not sell yourself. It's like basically you have a service, and you know that the people need your
Mm,
service, but how do you make them want to
mm,
buy the service? Make the decision easier for
mm,
them. That I think is because I don't want to work with too many clients at a time. I want to work
mm,
with a few clients at a time and give them the best service I can
yeah.
possibly give them. So it's not about quantity, it's about quality. So it's not about the money. It's never about the money. Even if you don't have the money, if it's something that moves you inside and you know you need it and you're ready for it, everybody will invest on it.
Mm,
I personally think, because
mm,
I've done it myself. So I believe that. Did
yeah.
that answer your question?
Yeah, Felisa. So to wrap it up this episode, could you please share about your future goals?
For me, right now, it's more about consolidating and optimizing the service.
Mm,
And in the future, I would love to be able to expand it in a way that I'm not only like the coaching is going to be a premium service, but I can
mm,
manage to do a more service for everyone who wants it. Because what I'm doing, I know it can benefit everyone, not just
mm,
the high level executives. I know is detailed for high level executives, but it could work with anyone else because we all travel, we all go on holidays, we all go out for lunch or dinners, we all
mm,
have family events or social events, but we might struggle with time. For
mm,
example, pregnant ladies and things like that. So I know the nutrition part, the coaching, like trying to transfer this coaching into a different level in a more plain by having the whole structure then. And that is what I'm working on. And I think that would be like where I would like it to be, to expand MovehAbility in a way that, yeah, it's manageable. I don't want to get,
mm.
I want to be able to manage it and have that personal touch.
If anyone from the audience want to find out you, where they can find out, and this is one question, and the other thing is, if you could share a little bit about your programs, like what are the types of tires you have within your programs?
Well, everyone that can find me, they can find me on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Felisa Vicente, that's easy, or MovehAbility, MovehAbility. And the
Yeah.
same with the website, movehability.com. And yeah, or send me an email to felisa@movehability.com. Any programs that if you do want to know about my programs, just send me an email and I can send the information. The best thing is I do everything I do right now is personalized and tailored. So if people is interested, the best thing to do is send me and drop me an email and we get like a consultation. It's free and we have a chat and that I get to understand where they are, where they want to be and what is in the way and see how I can help them. YouTube too.
You have a YouTube channel. Yeah, so finally, thank you, Felisa, for joining the show. It was really kind of wonderful conversation I had with you. We learned a lot about the fitness, the mindset, especially for the busy people who are the business CEOs and the executives
Mhm.
who is really busy with their lifestyles. So we got a lot of details about how they can optimize their fitness goals along with the their busiest time. So it was really an amazing conversation.
Thank you.